over. We are talking today about your new podcast, Mom's Morning Cup. As I was saying earlier, I love the name, not only because I'm a mom, because I love to drink teas and coffees. And when I seen your name, I said, this is perfect because there are so many moms that have so many different cups that they have to pour into and that they pour out of. So I find that your podcast is very inspirational, not only because of the name, but because of what you're doing is so empowering. And with Inspired Creations, it is a coaching and training center that been in existence since 2016. I wanted to highlight you because you're an inspired creation. And Mom's Morning Podcast, I know is inspiring. I've had a chance to join in and listen, and I want to, for you to share a little bit with me and the others. First of all, how did you come up with the name Mom's Morning Cup?
Well, I would say definitely ties in with over the last year. I found myself facing burnout with the pandemic and all of the things I still had to do as a mama, as a wife, as a case manager, just everything. And so instead of looking at my cup half full, I was starting to see that it was half empty. So it was time to focus on me and some personal development, and then also fill my cup back up with other mothers. And that's one of the people in the background that you hear yelling right now, a toddler. So yeah, I need to fill my cup back up and also join other mothers and build community. And so Mama's Morning Cup came out of that. And yeah, here I am.
Okay, I love it. And you mentioned a word that is very important now during the pandemic, and it's also a very important word anyway. You said community. So, as a
Mhm.
community of moms, as a community of mothers, some work during the day, some work at night, some have very busy schedules. Like myself, I work, I'm a wife, I have three children, all are virtual learners right now, and I work during the week. I also have what I do now, well, my other job that I love. What I'm trying to say is moms have busy schedules. How
hmm
is your podcast going to fit into our busy schedules?
Well, the good thing about a podcast is you can listen anytime.
Hmm.
So if you want it to be during your morning routine and tune in, the episodes are between 5 to maybe 45 minutes. It just depends on the episode. So you can listen in the morning, you can listen while you're driving, you can listen at work on your break, anytime. Because as you said, we are on different schedules, we have different things going on, and there's no right time to fill up our cup. You can fill up your cup anytime.
Okay. And you just said another powerful statement. You said fill up your cup. So I know you have different moms, different women, and
hmm
I want to ask. Well, let's stop right there. Are all the speakers that you have, or the guests that you have on your podcast, are they all women, or are they?
hmm
Okay, they're all women. That's great.
Yes.
Are they all
Yes.
moms at this time?
Yes, they are all mothers, various walks of life. Doesn't matter cultural factors, ethnicity, race, anything. They're all mothers facing different issues, journeys. And so I just talk and get their story. Every episode, I get a mom's story, and then we talk about various topics.
Okay, great. So filling up that mom's cup, different topics. So as a mom, as a mother, a mommy, as my kids call me, what can, from your podcast, what can I expect to be filled with? What kind of topics are you going to highlight and share with us?
Good question. So there's 5 pillars that are the focus areas. So there's inspirational topics.
Okay.
There's topics of family,
Hmm.
basically motherhood, relationships, anything that has to do with our children, our spouses, or single motherhood. There's also health topics. We are on a different health journey, a health wellness. Careers, we talk about how our careers, jobs, lack of employment right now during the pandemic. And then also my favorite is the love of books because I am an avid reader and I try to tie in books with every episode to give moms a resource.
Okay, great. So if you were to tell me or share with us what book, is there a book that maybe is inspiring you right now? Because you're a mom and a mommy, you're a mommy as
Hmm.
well, and you're also a wife. But your podcast is about mom's morning cups that wear many different hats and actually, drink and pour into many different cups. What book would you say inspired you the most during 2020 during the pandemic?
Ooh, another good question. I would definitely say Brene Brown, Daring Greatly, one of
Oh,
my favorite books. And I recently read it for a second time and learning about shame and being vulnerable and acceptance of myself while navigating. I have four biological children and three bonus children, and navigating the being a wife to my husband, whose world also was shaken by the pandemic. So going back to Brene Brown's book, Daring Greatly, has so many like nuggets that I took and I turned it into the podcast and also building that community that I needed surrounding me. And I knew other mothers also were in need of a community that understood what they were going through.
great. Okay, I love that. Okay, I'm going to have to definitely get that book. I have one final question for you, and then I would like for you to share something about your podcast that maybe we didn't touch upon. Where do you see this podcast a year from now? Because if I can add, before you ask that question, your word community, the term community means so much. I see this podcast as being a conference. I see as it being a conference maybe held yearly, in different states maybe. And I know everything's going on with the pandemic right now, but going forward, where do you see Mom's Morning Cup a year from now?
I definitely see, obviously, it growing and reaching more women across the globe. It's not just streamed in the US. And I also see more conversations coming out of it and a chance for moms to kind of reflect on the conversations they hear
Hmm.
with their friends, their families. And then also, hopefully, there is a community and a space and a group that moms can kind of chat either virtually online and kind of hold meetings, if not monthly, at least quarterly. I'm a big planner on quarterly goals, and it'll be nice to come together as an open space and as a community every 3 months to kind of check in with each other. And then also, I see myself becoming a life coach for other women and moms and helping them develop their goals and their plans so they are not in a place where they feel like they're running on empty, but they're filling up their cup intentionally.
Intentionally. I love it.
Hmm.
I love it. And intentionally is such a bold word, and it's a word with purpose. I love the word intentionally, and I
Hmm.
also love the word inspiring. And Gwen, I want to say that you're very inspiring. I'm very inspired by Mom's Morning Cup, and I'm very inspired by you. I consider you an inspired creation that is definitely empowering others. So those are all the questions I have, but I want you to share with us if there's anything you want to share. Share with us something about anything. Just empower us.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for having me. And then also, thank you for this platform and the work that you're doing with not only inspired creations, but also pouring out to the community as well in different ways. Um, I would like to add that no matter what place you are at right now in your life, before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and after the pandemic, always remember there's some help out there. There's resources out there to help you get through whatever it is. If you find yourself having a full cup, reach out to other women, other people, no matter what, even if it's friends and family. Reach out, communicate, let them know that you're there, you're listening. And as far as the podcast, I hope other women are able to tune in, and even if it's just one episode, gain something from it. I try on my solo episodes, I try to teach and guide on the episodes with guests and other mothers, listen to their journeys, find some relatedness. There's something for everyone in every episode. And definitely, definitely don't forget that you're not alone. We're all here with you. We all have a story, and we're all in this thing together.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Mom's Morning Cup. Do you want to share is there a link or something you can share, or how will we find you? For those that don't know about you, but they do now,
Mhm.
how would they find Mom's Morning Cup?
Sure. So the podcast is streaming on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. So either you can type in my name, Quinn, that's Quinn with two N's, Quinn, last name Meinier, Menier, or Mama's Morning Cup. You can find that. And then also I can send you a link to find the podcast, and you can use whatever platform you have. I am also on Instagram, Quinn, Quinn underscore Brown, Brown. And that's about it.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
And
welcome.
continue to be the inspired creation that you are.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.